Hi and welcome to my channel, and today I am redrawing Kairi for the 4th time and the 2nd time on my YouTube channel. The first one I drew was back in 2016. I have the one from 2018. It's like the 2nd video I ever posted here. That one's not as recommended, don't go watch that. And I did one last year, but I hated it so much and yeah, I never posted it, but it'll be at the end of this video for reference of the improvement. So originally I had this idea that I wanted to, I guess do this as more like a landscape thing, but I got it all sketched out and I realized, well, all of the other Kairis are kind of just like up in the forefront of the whole image, and this one was more focusing on the background. And it's not that I didn't like the sketch, it just didn't really go with what I wanted. So I ended up flipping the canvas and doing some, you know, distorting, zooming, cropping, that's the word I wanted. See, we can talk through this. And I did have some goals for what I wanted to focus on besides Kairi, because I've gotten to a point where I feel like I'm really strong in like anatomy, and I want to start working on my background elements more, because especially with the one that I drew in 2018, the one that's on this channel, I felt like Kairi was a sticker on the background because I was too, I wasn't confident enough to draw background elements. So I wanted to actually take the time and put lines into places where I wasn't sure lines should be. Well, in previous times I wasn't sure lines would be before. I wanted to really work on my line work, and I have to say for this drawing in particular, I'm really happy with how it turned out, because if there's one thing I can say about this one compared to the last 3 that I did, it's how confident it looks. And you can definitely see that building up over time. It's just that this one, it just stood out how much more confident I've gotten in the last, year even, which I've done so much more drawing this year than I've ever done ever since I moved to the iPad, and I've been more mobile, and it's been easier for me to actually just sit down and draw whenever. For those of you that don't know, the reason I have redrawn Kairi so many times, and she is the subject of what determines my art improvement in the year, it's because Kairi was the first thing I drew when I started digital art in August 2016, and that will be here too. And yeah, it's crazy. I've drawn for years, and then you pick it back up on a different medium. It's actually it's really different, and it's been kind of like learning how to draw all over again, and it's been really fun. And I wanted to think about lighting on this as well, and filling out the space. Like if I had a goal for what I wanted to improve between this Kairi and the Kairi that I draw in 2021, I would say that I want to fill out the space on my canvas better. I noticed with a lot of the big illustrations that I did this year that when I sketch, that everything seems a lot bigger, but the more I clean up my lines, the smaller everything starts to get. And that's okay, but I don't fill the space with anything else. So I'm starting to notice that like my finished illustrations tend to have more open space than I originally intended. So if I don't know what my goals were last year, I'll be honest. Everything kind of went out the window when Homestuck happened, so it was a lot of honking and hoping for the best. Shout out to Gamzee, who's back on my overlay, by the way. Did you guys like how this was not a Homestuck drawing, but Gamzee's still here? Because I do. But yeah, I wanted to focus on, I do like sometimes when I do illustrations, I'll try to do like experimental stuff, and I'll try to improve. But for this specifically, when I went into it, I said, okay, I want to do the most streamlined process that I have, because I feel like if I do the thing that I do the most often, that would be the best reflection of my work. If I tried to do something new and I fail at it, then maybe that won't reflect as well, and I think that was a really good decision. A lot of the stuff I do in my comic pages that I've been working on, and a lot of the stuff I do in just like regular illustrations, just like a couple of extra steps from my comic. Definitely stuff that I wish that I had the time to do in my comic, but then it would never like release and you guys would never see it, and I'd be really sad. But you are gonna see it on October 31st. Hooray! We'll talk about that here in a minute. I wanted to focus on purples and blues for the shadows because I'm basic, and that's what I always do. Because if you do purple and blue, then you could do orange and yellow complementary colors for the highlights, and that's what I did. Because again, basic. And then I used a pink overlay because that's what I always do. No other colors exist, okay? It's purple, blue, orange, yellow, and pink. That's it. That's the only colors you can use. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Welcome to Cherry's Art 101. Those are the only colors you can use. Use only those colors and you will have only success. You're welcome. Smash that unsubscribe button, by the way. Just kidding. Don't do that. What else can I talk about with this that I liked? Okay, here's one. So the Kairi that I drew last year that I never posted has a really bad problem with the leg foreshortening, and I think I did better with that in this, although the leg foreshortening is not nearly as drastic as the other one. I just overall feel like I have a better grasp of human anatomy than I did even last year, and I think that's just because I've drawn so many characters this year, and I've done fun poses, and I've done weird characters, and I've built out like a portfolio, and I've played with colors and overlays, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. Like, I didn't think I liked it when I finished it, but now that it's been like a month since I looked at it and I'm looking at it again, I think this is a very good Kairi, and I really am looking forward to see if I can beat this next year. So here we go. We're gonna come up on these old ones. We've got Kairi from August 2016, my very first one that I drew on GIMP. Then we have this Kairi that's on my channel. You all have seen that one. That's 2018. And this one that I never posted, please don't look at her leg. It's broken and awful and just in general, yep. And then there's this one, yay! Yay, 2020 Kairi, yay! Okay, hype train, hello hype train. But yeah, that's it. If you like this video, I guess subscribe to the channel for more. I draw a lot of Kingdom Hearts and definitely a heck ton of Homestuck, and I have some plans for this channel. I'm going to try to change it up and reflect a bit more of my interests other than art, but definitely a lot of art happening, because coming up in a month and some change, we have The Great Zazzle, October 31st, 2020 on Webtoon, so keep following for more info about that. And starting on August 1st, if you pledge to the Coffee Monthly, you can have access to all kinds of bonus stuff like extra character sheets and some sneak peeks at some things. You get a doodle for your donation, And once the comic starts, there are actually going to be bonus comics that supplement to go on the coffee as well that you'll have access to. And all those links are down in the subscription. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you maybe next week if I do the thing. Yeah, bye.